What is up? It's the Orlando Show podcast. I got one of the funniest dudes in the Bay Area here, fucking Cllinton Nelson. What's up, dude?
What's up, Tony? Thanks for having me.
How you doing, man? Appreciate it, man. How you doing? How you been?
I'm good, man.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was really mad because you just produced a comedy show in a boxing gym. So how'd that go?
It was okay. It was low attendance, but it's a pop-up show.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, to get good attention around it, I did every which method I could figure out. There is out there to
for sure
to get a crowd, but I mean, you're competing with other shows in the city.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it being kind of random, I get it, but I'm gonna bring a few more back to.
Dude, fuck yeah, dude, that was awesome. I loved the concept. Like, I loved how you guys were like in the ring. That was so sick, dude. I love the setup. I'm a big boxing MMA fan. I do have one question though. Like, for the comedians that bombed, did you like take them in the back and beat the shit out of them?
No.
Like, all right, we gotta do 3 rounds, bro. That was ass.
Nah, it's cool.
That was not funny.
It was a tough night. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's people that got laughs, like the crowd was open to it, but there's people that didn't get laughs either.
Oh,
like, it felt like they were really, like, everybody kind of had to fight to get the laughs out the crowd a bit. So I said this during the night. I was like, what? Y'all are a tough crowd right now. I've never seen
fighters.
Well, I've never seen all the comics just dip like so fast after one of these shows. They kind of hang a little bit.
It's because it's all boxers, bro. It's in a boxing gym.
It wasn't that bad. No, there was only a couple people, but just like the crowd was like, it's cool. But no, the gym itself is really really great.
What gym?
JP, his name is Jason Peterson. He runs it. It's underground.
There you go.
On Market Street. No one would know about because there's no sign out there. And
stuff. No way.
Like
okay,
if you know, you know.
Yeah, if you're a badass, fucking go down there, dude.
It is. Yeah. And that's my gym in San Mateo. Like,
oh, no way. Okay, sick.
It's downtown, and people see the sign, but then they're like, oh, you gotta go downstairs. Like, you gotta come in. It's not like just a window shopping experience. For sure. You gotta come feel it. You gotta come.
Yeah. You ever had a DOJO Stormer come to your gym? Like, all right, where's the boxing instructor? I'm 200-0 in street fights. I'm gonna fuck him up. Did you ever have that happen in your gym?
Yeah.
Really?
It doesn't happen so much anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure.
A few times in the past it's happened.
No way. That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, I was there for one, and
what'd you do? Give him like a 15-year-old fucking Mexican kid that just fucked his ass up?
No, it was just myself.
Yeah.
My other homie is now a teacher there, and then our coach, the owner of the gym, he's at the computer, and this guy just comes down, and he was like a solid kind of looking guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't like weak or anything. Like, worked construction, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah,
but
for sure.
Like, what's up? I want to get down right now. Anybody who wants it? Like,
anybody.
Call up your best person,
bro. What?
And we're all kind of like, what? And then he's like, no, what's up? But who got it? And
who's
then
the best?
And our coach was like, all right, hold on. And he tried to make a phone call. He wanted to call up somebody else one of our other fighters that he knew was gonna really
tune him up a little bit.
Yeah. He was. I think he was
Jesus.
Just going pro at the time or something, maybe. But
yeah.
But he couldn't get a hold of him, so he looked at me. He's like, "You want it?" I'm like, "Let's do it."
No way!
So
fuck!
He's like, "All right," but the kids class was about to start at the time, so there was kids trickling. He's like,
"All
right,
vibe."
Yeah. So he's like, "All right, you really want it? You gotta wait, but you gotta sign this waiver. And once the kids class is done, I'll let you guys go."
Dude, signing the waiver is terrifying. Fuck, that's like some fucking life changing shit, dude.
Like, yeah. You like, we're ready to go down?
Yeah.
Like,
did you even like warm up?
I was in there, so I was kind of just good, warm.
Yeah.
But then as the kids class has gone on over here, he's off to the side, like,
trying to
hope,
tough.
Getting himself up. I'm just kind of like,
all right.
I'm off to the side. He's kind of eyeing me down. It's kind of he's going like big hits against the bag and stuff.
Was he like your size?
About my size-ish. A little shorter, probably. Like, but not like a truck of a dude.
Right. Okay.
And I guess he tore off his sleeves. He was like over at
he did the tear away.
He tore away his sleeves or something like that.
Fuck.
He was over there. Like, my homie told me, and essentially, then the kids class clears out. My coach is like, all right, get in there.
Whoop his ass.
Gave him gloves, and he's on the. And he's telling me, he's like, fuck this up. Fuck this fool up. And then I was like, all right.
What race was the guy?
He was Hispanic of some type.
Yeah.
And
fair enough. Short, stout.
To what degree, I don't know, but I guess he'd been drinking a little bit.
Oh God,
you gotta have some type of
one body shot,
liquid courage to do something like
throwing
this.
up. Oh man,
but
did you take it easy on him?
Well, it started, and immediately as I kind of anticipated, he just came out swinging big. Yeah. So I just held my guard, was moving, and it starts on one side, kind of moves, and then he just kind of, and then just kind of, he wears himself out. And the moment I just went one punch, just short shot, straight,
right in the face,
right to the nose.
Oh fuck!
And like. And no joke, like he's like his feet left the ground, like he's flopped on his back.
Holy fuck!
And
Jesus Christ!
And so I just walked to the other side, and then he got up, and his nose just started leaking.
Ah, fuck! And, that's awkward. You signed the waiver.
We step in, they're like, "What's up? You want some more?" He's like, "No, I'm good." But then, and that was it. And he got out. And just like as the seconds start ticking away, he's just kind of like somewhere in his head, he's like, nah, you got me, but you didn't fuck me up though. You didn't fuck me up. Like, he started talking all this shit,
and you're like, bro, what is happening?
And I'm starting to get pumped, and my coach holds me back. He's like, yo, get the fuck. And my coach, I make fun. I tell him about it. He pulled like his OG. He pulled his OG card. And it's like, yo, ask about me. You know who it is over here.
Damn.
B Street Boxing.
For real.
Don't mess with that. Whatever. And so that was my one personal experience with that type of type of guy, but it felt good too. I was just like, fuck
you're the fucking man of the gym, dude. You're basically security for a boxing gym, which is like the highest level of security because it's all people that could just kill you. But what was your like boxing career like? I know I've looked through your profile and like you were boxing back in the day. Was that amateur, professional?
It's just all been amateur. I started, in high school, I got a punching bag in our garage type of thing, and just I'd be on that. And watching Friday night fights, Rocky, and all that stuff. But,
for sure.
But before the Blue Bottle and stuff was above our gym, and then there's like a tech company and like a barbershop. There's this few, but it all used to be just one restaurant. So I used to work at that restaurant. It was called Kingfish.
Oh no way!
And it was like the spots, like a plush downtown spot, hella entertainment. Cars pulling up, parties, ladies.
Oh, for sure.
And one day I hear that there's a gym that just opened up underground on the other side. So I'd work there in the morning, started coming in at night, or just right after in the middle of the day. And
just started competing, kind of as you kind of started. Doing classes.
A little short time in, showing genuine interest. My coach came up. He's like, "You want to fight?" I was like. Yeah, he's like, motherfucker, you want to fight?
How old were you at this time?
I think I was 20.
Oh fuck, so you're young. So that's like that's a wild question to someone who like is just kind of training.
So, I was like, let's do it. He's like, you can get your paperwork and all that stuff. And 6 months in, I had my first fight.
Did they register your hands as lethal weapons?
No, that's for
not a thing.
That's if you go pro.
Oh, really? That's a real thing.
That's a real thing. Yeah.
Oh, I'd always thought it was fake. I always heard that was fake, and then you hear it's real, but I don't know. No one's in it. Like
no, it's
that's real. Holy fuck. Makes sense. I mean, you could kill people with your hands. It's fair.
As a certified,
as a pro boxer,
tools.
This is what I do. That's fucking crazy.
So I ended up winning my first 5 fights.
Oh wow,
which was cool. And then
it's pretty nonchalant, and you're just like, it was chill. Like winning 5 fights.
No, it was obviously a good battle and test of yourself, because I'm a huge advocate of boxing ever since. Like everybody should get into it. Like I have a joke about it and stuff, but it goes in a different direction. But
as it always does. Hell yeah.
But no, it's a lot of fun, and I've seen just major transformations of people physically, mentally, spiritually.
Totally. That's literally like what sports does. I mean, I played football my whole life, and same kind of thing. Like I had a lot of friends growing up that were kind of like into gangs or selling drugs or whatever, and like sports, boxing, football, like it helps you become a better person, like elevate your higher self.
You give yourself a sense of purpose, and then there's a community around you that's forming. You may not realize that you're trying to just do your own thing, but this type of engagement in the ring is kind of unlike any other. So that you really connect in a way with somebody, and then yourself, and then and we have people that come from team sports.
Yeah.
So, but this is like then once school's over for a lot of people,
right?
You know, there's no rec football leagues, like
exactly.
Not that you're fully, you know, you're not doing your flag or something.
Yeah, you're not hitting the shit out of each other.
You're not trucking someone.
You're not going to 24-hour fitness handing out concussions.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you're at the basketball courts, you know.
Some people be throwing hands. I've seen.
I don't. That's why I don't play basketball.
You're not trying to fight somebody.
It's over something stupid.
You fouled me, bro.
Yeah,
like, no shit.
And then we're getting cocky. I'm not into cocky attitudes.
Yeah.
I like fighting guys that have that type of stuff. Like,
but not playing basketball. Where you can't hit them.
Yeah, exactly. You can't do something really.
Do punch
something.
Them
you
in the face.
Try and like hand one them or something. And
like,
I'm like,
I'd rather just sock you, dog.
Yeah. Like let's just get to the point. And
that's all.
I've never been that guy either. That's the thing
totally.
too. Like, getting into fighting is like
chills you out almost from what I've seen.
Well, it also you understand yourself what you're capable of, and then you have a new sense of what you're capable. But because being a sizable guy,
right,
and then I mean I want to and getting looked at like, yeah, you're gonna help me out over here, like,
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I knew I was not a tough person. I hadn't been a tough person to that point in my life. I wanted to I was pussy, don't stand up for myself or anything. I thought I acted tough. I wasn't, like, and then it's like, okay, now we know what's really going on. And I feel good about what I'm able to do for myself in there, and
that's dope.
And now, so the first few years was competing. I only did amateurs. And then I let life get in my way and deter me from the focus I had on it.
Right.
But I never left the scene. So
you're always like teaching.
Always teaching. Always just working out. Because once that kind of stuff was happening in life, and I kind of came back to getting into the gym. I was like, I realized like, how much I need it. Like, I can't leave this. This is now this is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. I love this.
I feel that.
I'm so connected to this, what this is giving me. And what this teaches me, and what this keeps me, aligned with spiritually, physically,
totally.
And everything. I recommend it for everybody. And it's not to be like, I'm gonna go be a fighter, but it's like you engage in yourself in a different way, and such that's so primal, that it builds you up in a different your confidence, your spirit,
all that. I felt that growing up with football. So like I always gravitated towards like boxing and fighters, like UFC. I've always been a diehard UFC guy. Always been a diehard boxing guy with my dad, and I respect the like fucking hard work that goes into that shit, whether it be amateurs, professionals, because like football is a similar thing where like it's a contact sport where when we're going live, like we're going live, and it's kind of like sparring, and that few sports don't know that feeling, bro. Like pulling up to the gym on a sparring day, or for us it'd be like a full padded practice. There's butterflies in your stomach. Like I always found that like your body knows when you're about to get like assaulted. Like if you wake up that morning and you're like, oh fuck, your stomach hurts, you're like, fuck man, I'm about to get punched today, like, oh man, here we go. But like that's something that I don't think a lot of other sports or people in general like are really in tune with that feeling. And I feel like boxing and athletics like chills people out because they are really in tune with that feeling. They're getting that out too. Like it's like there's the part of you every day that of this certain type of energy, maybe it's like low energy or just excessive energy, it goes in the wrong direction. You place it in wrong places for your in your day to day. But this gives you such a release, and it's exhausting as it's meant to be. But you're grateful for it. And, fuck yeah.
And it's not to be like you're gonna be you're not lifting weights like that. So you're not as strong. No, I remember when I got into it, I was heavy lifting and weights and stuff.
Totally.
I didn't want to lose my strength, but I definitely got a different core strength that came with it.
Yeah, with boxing, totally.
And sort of instead of and know-how of just like how to hold myself.
Endurance too.
Endurance, yeah.
Boxing's
exactly.
hard because I box at UFC gym in San Bruno. Shout out UFC gym. And like I did some sparring in like 2023. Like Saturdays, they'd have sparring. I'd go in and do some rounds. That's a different level of tired. Because I've hit the bag kind of like you said. Like I had a bag in my backyard growing up. But like, fuck, man, sparring and shit, that's a different level of like mental and physical just tiredness after like getting through rounds. Not getting knocked out, like seeing punches fly through your face.
All
like,
day,
oh, man. Yeah, it's a crazy thing. But so from boxing, how'd you get into stand-up?
Stand-up's it's just a random... outreach of adventure. Like I've always been a fan since almost a kid.
Yeah.
All sorts of different comics I'd watch coming up. And I didn't anticipate that it was something I would do one day.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's kind of just like once I kind of left competing.
Yeah.
I was living in the city. I got into doing music.
Yeah, okay. That's dope.
Just like writing raps.
Yeah, totally.
So I used to rap.
I got a cousin who's a rapper. I get you, bro. I used to be sick. Super hot fire. I used to be fucking
hat
dope.
Bars.
My hat used to be to the side, bro. I used to be out here.
And I met it, and all my work career has been as a cook in kitchens.
Interesting.
So like I started that at the same time as boxing.
Yeah.
Because I realized that like I'm in food, and I can see where all this munching is gonna get me gross. Like
same, bro.
I better,
I feel you.
Keep this aligned with.
Got to work out.
Exactly.
I feel you.
So a homie I met at a place I was working in up in the city.
Yeah.
He kind of really introverted, but then we were kind of on the line, and I always got playing some music.
Yeah.
And we connected over just like bands and stuff and music, hip hop and stuff. And he was a really different type of dude, a very punk rocker, like type of guy. And I'm from the suburbs, like right. And he looked at me like that, like this fucking douchebag. But once he heard me just like talking shit in the kitchen, I'm just like, oh, this guy's a Nimrod. Just kicking it or whatever, like
just saying funny shit.
And he mentioned one day he made beats for fun, and I was like, I write for fun. And
oh, no way.
And we started just kind of like, let's meet up, and then we just kicked it.
Yeah.
Ever since, but then I know it's a long story.
No, you're good. It's a podcast, bro.
Yeah.
That's what it's for, bro.
Eventually we did music. He made beats. I performed a few times.
Yeah.
But our connection was big on music and stuff like that. So he used to be in bands, so he's like, I want to start a band again. I want you to be a part of it. I got into photography.
Oh, cool.
At the time, so that was a hobby. He's like, you write, you get on the mic, you take pictures or something, but I want you to be there.
That's tight.
And then
I fuck with that.
He gathered some of the homies that he was working with at another place.
Yeah.
And all formulating, we got into music, and I was able to figure out music, and we had a really cool band called the Milk Riot.
Oh, sick.
And we developed the sound. I figured out how to use my voice in that style.
No way.
Then pandemic hit, everything kind of falls apart after that.
Fucking stop.
Everybody needed to grow out into life in their own ways, and then moving. I was living in Oakland. I was in the city, then I was living in Oakland. Then I came, moved back in with my parents, because then I started a salsa company. Okay,
dude, you're a man of many trades, dude. Holy fuck,
I keep myself busy. But
dude, literally, these hands can cook you a meal and then knock you the fuck out. Like that's crazy.
So then with sick. Then that thing, and it's like, okay, I'm pretty sure. I feel sure of myself of like wanting to try something, figuring out how to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then being back in San Mateo, because I'm training I'm now teaching at the gym every day and stuff like that, training and coaching, whatever.
Right.
But I can still feel like there's something missing inside, like some out type of expression that's not there anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not in like kitchens. I'm just at the gym now.
Right.
So boxing's kind of pretty regular, and that type of outlet that it isn't as doesn't give me as much as it would as where this type of artistic expression would.
Totally.
I've definitely checked out open mic stuff like all throughout the city before,
with rapping, I'm sure you go to open mic, so you're it's a similar kind of grind, I would say.
I'll go to like poetry or wherever, type of just get some time up somewhere, and then
try your jokes at like a poetry thing. You're like, my dick.
Dude, it was going in that direction.
Some slam poetry.
I got like really into trying like do a couple. I did like one or two songs that were kind of in the fashion of like, what if Action Bronson was saying it, like, talking shit. Like, I like the shit he talk. He says
he's funny. I love Action Bronson.
He can say some outlandish stuff, which is funny. So it doesn't sound as cool coming from me.
Yeah.
But
do you remember your first open mic?
So that's what I found that it was randomly looked up open mics and they said Swinging Door had one.
Oh, there we go. I was just there the other day.
Yeah, and
that's a tough one. That room will make you want to kill yourself. If
well, honestly, I felt like, oh shit, well, like let's see what this is. Swinging Door, fuck it.
Yeah, let's go do it.
Go there as back in the day. It was when it was more popping as a bar. There's a spot next door that was open.
Oh, okay, yeah, hell yeah.
Go there all the time, and Iman was hosting.
Oh, no way. Shout out Iman Dismore. He saw my first open mic too.
Yeah, it's the homie. And
that's crazy.
Just seeing what he was doing on the mic, just talking this shit like he was doing back then, especially back then. Kind of, I felt the tone of like, oh, we can let loose in here. And
that's like the sign of a good open mic for me personally, is like if you can kind of just fucking go up there and have some fun with the crowd and express whatever the fuck. Like you're not scared to not say whatever. Yeah. Like that's a big part of me of like if I like an open mic or not. If like people are pretty cool in the room and you could say for whatever. Like that's what it's for, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, some of your shit has killed me, bro. Even like at Blue Oak Brewery, shout out Blue Oak. Yeah. You've said some shit where I was just fucking dying in the back. Oh, man. You have like a slow delivery that like it really is like cold and then something really funny just out of nowhere.
Oh,
like
right
you punch me in the face with your jokes sometimes.
Right
no, you're one of my favorite comics in the Bay. Like for
I
real.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
I always watch you. I always like watching you do stand up, dude.
Right on. Yeah.
But
I had fun at that Swinging Door appearance. I had a couple of jokes prepared.
Okay, for sure.
And then one of them ended up being like one of my like more standout story type jokes.
Yeah, totally.
That kind of helped me get through, and then it stood a good. I had a great set at the Punchline one time.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of like where I just left it at that last time. I was like, I'm just good. I got everything I wanted out of it, and that was my first joke ever kind of thing.
Were you nervous for that Punchline set? Were you like, were you more nervous than other open mics, or were you just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go do what I can? Like, no reason to be scared. Like, what was your thinking?
Since I started comedy, I haven't felt scared about any performances so much because now I've been up in fighting in front of people.
That's actually true.
I've been in the band is like a punk metal band kind of thing. So it's like, throwing myself into it with that. Like I knew how to express myself and not really worry about
what people think type of thing. Yeah. Okay, because I'm still there. I'm young. I'm like a year into my career. But that's like the one part it's still a little scary to me getting on stage. But it gets easier the more you do it.
For sure. Yeah. And maybe like I've just had like the nerves just punched out of me. Like I'm sure there's like some level of like
that's
CTE
probably
or something that
I got you. I'm there too.
I'm checked out. Or
fuck
like,
it. Yeah.
I mean, I was in special ed growing up anyway, so it was like something's off a little bit in there. So I know people hear me say some wild things, very racist things sometimes.
Allegedly
out there.
Allegedly racist. It's fine.
Allegedly racist.
Allegedly racist.
I think it's funny. In
my head, it sounded a lot less racist. Than
you heard a slur. I heard a punchline.
I heard the next Steve Harvey bit. Fuck yeah, dude.
So I don't feel too nervous on stage at all. Like there's been a couple moments where I felt like, oh, this is like a showcase or like a thing like I want to really do well here.
Yeah, totally.
So just like making sure I like knew
all your
my
stuff.
Material.
Yeah.
What it is being confident without having the notepad up there.
Yes.
I'm not like trying to. Oh, how do I say it? It's just kind of my bullet points.
Well, yes,
going through stuff.
I'm at that exact point right now too. Of fucking like putting that away. Like Iman actually was really pivotal in like, hey man, like your stuff's funny, but like if you're doing a bigger show like a showcase. Mm-hmm. Don't do the note card. And I need those little pushes because I'm totally brand new. So like someone telling me that information is huge for me. Just like someone kind of being cool about it. So like I respect that. And like everyone's going through it too. Like I was even talking to some other comics in the Bay that are a little more experienced, and they're going through the exact same shit of like fucking writing material, fucking I want to make this a career eventually. But like everyone's on the same like open mic grind, which I really like in the Bay. Like being in the scene for a little bit over a year, everyone's really receptive. Mm-hmm. Everyone's really cool. Like I appreciate you even reaching out, trying to put me on that show at the boxing gym. Like that would have been a fucking awesome experience.
There's another one coming.
We'll get it. Yeah. Fuck yeah. All right. Hell yeah. I definitely want to do that. But like, yeah, I just appreciate everyone being really cool in the scene. And then everyone's pretty funny. Like everyone's got good shit. I don't feel like there's anyone like Like, I feel like in LA or New York or even Austin now, like, there's a lot of people that, like, social media wise are like, oh, I have 1 million followers, or I make skits on Instagram, but, like, you go see them live and they fucking suck.
Oh, okay.
And, like, that's something I don't want to happen. Like, I want my stand-up to match whatever the social media influence is. You know what I'm saying? So it's all a grind. It's all doing it. But I feel like every show, too, you, like, have fun at, you do the best. Like, if you're just on stage having fun.
Yeah.
Like, if you're laughing with the crowd, that's half the battle, right? Like,
I understand it's just jokes. It's just being silly. It's not to be taken to heart, like, you know, getting offended. And you're gonna, I'm not gonna lie, like, I know my material, like, I kind of aim for that direction. I know I'm saying certain things that are like
some
triggering.
But that's a part of
that's
comedy,
funny
though.
To me, that. Yeah, you got to find your way of delivering funny. Not some people tell you, like, oh, why don't you say a joke about this type of thing? Like, I don't find
that's not in my shit. I
don't know how to talk about it in a way that's going to be specifically funny to, like,
to a group of people.
Like our mom's humor is different from our humor.
That's definitely. But if I had to do. If I had to do a show in front of all my mom's friends, I'm not doing dick jokes.
It's gonna be rough. I remember the first time I showed my mom some comedy. She's like, what I was saying. She's like, oh my God, please turn that off.
Get that out of my face.
I can't listen to that.
But Mom, Hitler was funny.
Well, then I showed her, like, my punchline set, and she was, like, really impressed.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
So I was like, she didn't. Obviously, all the jokes are what they are, but she's like, she got it because she's from she's done theater and stuff like that. That's my exposure. She introduced us to, like, kind of the
being on stage,
acting, kind of type stages type life.
That's awesome.
Like
that's cool, man.
That's where I have my early exposure from it.
That's awesome. That's really cool to hear, man.
Yeah, and then but we're gonna do another knockout show.
Dude, fuck
knockout comedy. I'm thinking, because people want to, it's boxing, but there hasn't been boxing, so I'm gonna probably do some
You're gonna be behind the comedians, like, you better be fucking funny, dog.
So maybe some pre-show fights or something, like a pre-show fight or something, just kind of get the energy up.
That'd be awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe two comedians that have beef.
I'll allow it for sure. If you guys are into it,
we can find some people who have beef, bro. Or start some shit in the community. Like, hey, he's been talking shit about you. There's a boxing thing.
That won't be hard. I hear people talk about people and
all the time.
And
I don't take part in that.
their business and whatever. And it's, I don't know.
It's always petty. It's always some bullshit.
It's fine.
But how many Bay Area comedians do you think you could beat up at once?
At once? Oh.
It's a good question. I really wanted to hear this answer. If you had to.
I feel like it'd be a lot.
10, 15.
Probably, I feel like at least 10. If...
Fuck yeah.
If there would be like a few, there could be like a couple of standouts. Obviously, the taller black dudes.
That's tough. That's going to be a tough one.
They kind of even out the odds. But
the athleticism makes up for it.
Yeah, we'll see about where the conditioning is. Because I've fought in taller dudes. I've fought in
shorter
guys
dudes,
that look way more intimidating than me. And,
right.
And,
but I feel like that gets twinged away. Yeah, exactly. See, I felt that in football because I was an O lineman, right?
Yeah.
So, like, as an O lineman, you're usually like a fat white guy. And, like, every D end you face, right? Like, the defensive lineman.
Like Samoan or something.
No, dude. Jacked black guys.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, all right, we'll fight, dog. Like, I've kind of twinged in that way, too, of, like, I don't care if you're buff. I don't give a fuck if you're 6'6", 250. Like, let's run it. Like, that's kind of the mindset you need to have, low-key.
It's war. That's why you got to learn how to battle on that. That's why football's great, because you understand that brotherhood connection. We're all on the front line. We got to charge at it.
Yeah, totally,
And then boxing is great because you got to learn how to stand on your own, and there's no one to back you.
For sure, yeah.
Now you got to think your way through this, and
no one can help you right now,
and make it happen, and come out on top of it. You know, like how to fully dominate someone.
Yeah,
even as our fighters, or as we're coaching, like we're trying to get them to, like, and they do. But to really take that victory, like, I'm fucking you up right now, and I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah, it's a mentality thing. And honestly, so as a kid, I was obsessed with, like, Nick and Nate Diaz, like, they're my favorite fighters ever from Stockton. And I, as an O lineman, right, like, I wasn't super strong, I wasn't super fast, but I had a good gas tank, and I was always loved talking shit. So I kind of took their fighting style into football, of like, hey man, you can strong me for 3/4, but in the fourth quarter, I'm gonna be in your face talking shit, punching you in the face. So like that's just where like I kind of draw a lot of my shit from like MMA.
Yeah.
Just because like it's the same mentality when you're in a full contact sport where you're trying to take someone's soul in a way.
And
like,
there's someone's gonna do it to you. Like
yeah,
I've seen that
or
done.
it happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like I'm not gonna just let this person get the best of me in the way that they're doing. I'm gonna talk my shit right back to them. Or they're looking for this other type of reaction for me to
to be scared.
Pumped or be scared or just kind of get taken out of my place, out of my center of control.
You're right.
So that's where, and I tell some of our fighters, like when you're fighting in there, sometimes do something in there that's gonna make them feel real disrespected.
Yeah,
you hit them
there you go.
Like
that's
you
interesting.
hit them in a way that's
cool,
disrespectful.
See, that's some inside coaching that's sick. Boom. Yeah, and then
and they did something. You caught them, and they're just like, fuck like
this motherfucker, what did he just do?
No, fuck, they maybe you and then there's some showy stuff. We don't get too deep into that, but
right
some people do it. It's out there.
Some showmanship,
someone's kind of doing a little type thing.
Fainting you all the time.
It doesn't get too big because then you gotta pay the price. You might have to pay the piper on that one. But,
you don't want to talk. There's always all the fighters I've talked to. There's always a level of respect because the other person's getting in that ring too.
Yeah,
and you want to look like an idiot if you're talking all this shit and then you get fucking slapped.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's sparring. Like
sparring.
This isn't going on a record. This is personal. Yeah. It's practice, not personal. That's what I tell our people. Yeah.
That's great. That's a great talking point.
So it's definitely go hard as we need to, as you want to. We'll let you know.
Yeah, totally.
Everybody's going home today, though. At the end of the day, we all got a regular job. We're going.
You're not gonna get concussed.
Kids, they gotta go help. Raise and stuff like. So
that's cool. Are you big into like UFC boxing currently, like the current landscape of like what's going on?
I always keep in tune. I don't follow so distinctly. I just because I don't know even, but I mean it's in the world. Like I'm hearing names. I see like I don't know. So I mean Jon Jone's just retired.
Yeah, I was gonna kind of talk about that. What do you think about him not fighting Aspinall?
That's fine. I mean he's so revered. He's already achieved so much. You can see the difference in his body type for where he's at in his age. And I'm sure he would do amazing in the fight. But it's also like, I mean, we just want to see that as a fan base. People want to see, can you get this last one at, even at this pinnacle of spaces as who you are against
the best young guy. See, for me, again, I've been a fan since I was a little kid. For me, it's almost like it's a crossing of the time period. John's the last samurai from the early 2000s to 2010s fighters, right? He's the last one. We gotta know what style is better. Like, is the new generation better than the old generation? And like, this is our best shot. So that's my like historical look at it. It's kind of like how Fedor and Brock Lesnar didn't fight back in the day, which I fucking wanted as a child so bad, dude. So bad.
Dude, that was
like, I think I almost feel like the Michael Irving meme of like, we're missing recipes. Of like, of like, we're not getting the matchups. Like Khabib retiring early. Like, we didn't get certain matchups. Because I think, personally, Dana's a pussy. I think I don't think Dana has the respect of his fighters anymore. I think they do what he wants. He's promoting boxing now.
He's taking on a lot of business ventures, so maybe they don't feel. I don't know. I don't. Attention isn't felt, but I understand that the UFC takes care of a lot of things, such as promotion and stuff for fights.
Exactly.
That they don't, as fighters, have to worry about. So I understand that's where it's like a little business.
What do you think about Crawford Canelo?
I'm excited about that. I think that's a good
match. I think that'll be fun. You see Canelo talking shit now?
I think at some point it's gonna start. Yeah, you can't just be remain cool and stoic the whole time.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the pride of the Mexican people, I think that would be amazing, and see him remain on top. But honestly, I think it would be cool to see Crawford win. Yeah, Crawford's a dog. I always like watching him box. He's he's a beast. He's got a lot. I like the way he thinks in there. And if anything, I'd want to see kind of Canelo and Mayweather go at it. Like again, that'd be that's right? Kind of, to me, that's like the Aspinall Jones thing. That respect in a way. Like that. We're not getting to see. They did, but he was 23. He was like young as fuck. Yeah, like. Floyd basically bounced around him and outpointed him, essentially, which is how he fights him. You respect it and what he does, and is masterful and all that. But I think the difference is people enjoy Crawford in a way because he's like he'll knock you out. He'll brutalize.
He's entertaining. Yeah,
he
totally.
goes for the
he'll hurt
hard
you.
hitters. Yeah,
boxing, it's got some guys don't hurt you, whereas like
they break you down. You know. And that's definitely what you saw, like Mayweather, McGregor.
Yes,
he took him to deep waters because McGregor was giving him good time.
Yeah, gave him a good uppercut. Yeah. But yeah, he took him into deep waters.
Exactly.
We're gonna see how your boxing computer really runs.
Your lungs, and he's like, I do this all day. Like,
Floyd's might be the best boxer ever.
He's patient, and then just picks his shots. He knows how to hold a good guard. And even to this day, if he was to get in the ring, he still does exhibitions and stuff.
Yeah, he beat up that little Japanese dude. He was like a little Japanese MMA fighter. Bro, he beat the shit out.
Stop Asian hate. Am I right? Like,
Floyd did not. Floyd contributed to it. That was like a fucking in the Tenderloin. That's like an old Asian lady walking, a black guy
that's Oakland, Chinatown. Not so much city.
True. See, I stop Asian hate, dude.
It's where it started. Just kidding.
In Oakland, that's about right. That's a clip. Clip it. Clip that shit. No, but
I don't want to go down that route.
No. Let's not get canceled here. No. I'm never going to get jumped
at a mic in Oakland.
Hey, me and you can fucking handle it.
I'm already banned from one.
Fuck yeah. Who do you got this weekend? Illia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira.
Oh, I like Topuria.
Topuria. His boxing style is fucking terrifying. He's like the first fighter I've seen that could be a pro boxer.
Yeah.
Like the hands sound like gunshots, and that's terrifying. And like
he'll stand there with you to do that work. He's not trying to necessarily.
He's not like bouncing around you. Yeah. He like plants his feet in the ground and like, come on,
that's
like get in the pocket.
Sean Strickland. He's that type. He's that type of dude. Like we're up front. We're not back. There's a lot of boxers like that. Like there's some guys on our team. There's no backpedal. It's here
I'm
and
here.
Forward.
That's that's
like all right. We'll fucking
style.
Move your head or
get out of the way of something.
Do something so you're not just
In your opinion, is it bad? Not bad, but what do you think about a fighter like being tough as a? Because it kind of means you get your ass kicked, but also like being a guy that comes back like in a fight. Like, is that a good thing to you as a coach? Like, obviously you're able to take a beating, but then come back from it. Like,
any way you win. Awesome.
Any way you figure it out.
The getting the win is obviously the best part, but but holding your own. There's been fights where people have lost, but they didn't lose. You know what I'm saying? Like
totally.
They
totally get what you're talking about.
But they didn't take a beat down. If anything, they were serving a beating, and maybe they just
lost on points.
It kind of left to the judges or something. But also, the people acknowledge like what they saw in there, what the showmanship, the display of fight they put in there,
for sure.
And they gain the respect of through their heart, through their actions, what they put out. And so there's ways you can still stand and walk out of there with your head up.
Yeah, even after a loss. Yeah, because like judges' decision can be iffy. Yeah, I've seen some fights where a guy gets the shit beat out of him and gets the win on the judges' scorecards. Mm-hmm. So it happens. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely happens. Well, to end it, you got anything to promote? You got anything to plug?
Check out Knockout Comedy. Come into
a
fight spot near you. Boxing gyms. We've been at B Street Boxing, Melinda in San Mateo, Melinda's Boxing in San Bruno, and now Abaddon Fight Club in San Francisco. I think the next ones will probably be at B Street again. We'll talk to Abaddon again.
Hell yeah!
I was gonna say check out Sensation MMA.
Okay,
I believe it's in Redwood City.
Oh no way! Okay, for sure.
A fighter from the UFC. His name is Andre Sukhamatat.
Yeah, I remember he fought Sean O'Malley back in the day.
Yeah,
I know Sukhamatat. I think.
Excuse me.
No, you're good.
I apologize to him because I know him. He comes to our gym a little bit and works with us.
That's awesome.
So I saw him this Monday. So yeah, I told him I'd give him a shout out. He's a good man, good spot to work.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome. I would
definitely recommend that to you as a fan of UFC.
Yeah.
Maybe go in there, holler at him sometime.
For sure. I'm not gonna dojo storm though.
No. Yeah, he'd get down with you. And
he would murder me. Yeah, no, let's not call it a buck. He would murder me.
Oh yeah.
I know. But also shout out Hyder Emil fighting to UFC 317.
Right on.
SF Bay Area. I actually met him on my lunch break.